Hi, good morning. Today we're going to derive the Marshallian demand function. Okay, so for example, we have a utility function, a Cobb Douglas utility function. Say your U is equal to say x to the a, y to the b, y raised to 1 minus a. Okay, now, and what we want to do is that we want to maximize the utility function, the utility of the consumer, such that such that the consumer's choice of x and y is within budget. That is to say that the price of x times x plus the price of y times y is less than or equal to m. M is the budget, okay, or income of the consumer. So we are going to, from the Lagrange multiplier, we say it's gonna be x to the a, y raised to 1 minus a, minus lambda times px times x plus py times y minus m. Right here, price of x, price of y, px and py are the price of x and price of y respectively, and the consumer solves this problem. Okay, he wants to maximize u by choosing x and y. Okay, right, so the first step is to get the partial of the lambda with respect to x, and that's gonna be ax raised to a minus 1, y raised to 1 minus alpha, minus a, minus lambda px, and we set this equal to 0. Let's call this equation 1, and we get the partial of L with respect to y. That's gonna be 1 minus a, x to the a, y raised to negative a, minus lambda, price of y equals 0. Let's call this equation 2, and we take the derivative with respect to lambda, and with respect to lambda, and that's just gonna be px times x plus py times y minus m equals 0, and let's call this equation 3. Now we combine equation 1 and 2. Okay, we move this to the other side, and we divide equation 1 by equation 2. Okay, so we say 1 divided by equation 2, right? So that what we would have, we would have a, right, y all over x raised to 1 minus alpha divided by 1 minus a times x over y raised to a is equal to px over py, right? Now we can solve for either, we can simplify this. Let's simplify this. What do we have with this? This becomes a all over 1 minus a, and what is y over x 1 minus a divided by x over a raised to a. What's this equal to? This is just simply x over y, right? Yeah, or yeah, this what's this equal to? Because you will have, y raised to 1 minus a, right? Okay, yeah, so this is just y over x. Okay, right, y over x equals px all over py. Okay, now we solve for x or y. Let's just say we solve for x. X would be equal to a. Okay, x would be equal to ay py divided by 1 minus a, right? Okay, that's px, right? So x here is equal to a times ypy divided by 1 minus a times px. And then we're going to substitute this into equation 3. Right, from equation 3, we also move this to the right. We have, px times x plus py times y is equal to m, right? We're going to substitute all of this into here. And what do we have? Px times a all over 1 minus a, y py all over px, okay, plus py times y is equal to m. And this thing cancels out. As you can see, what we have is that we have py times y, okay, pyy times, okay, a all over 1 minus a plus 1, okay, this should be equal to m, okay. And so now we have the Marshallian demand function for y, or just simply the demand function for y. Now y is equal to, okay, so maybe we can simplify this one first, right? Okay, so note that 1 is equal to 1 minus a all over 1 minus a, yeah. So this thing is just equal to what? Py times y times 1 minus a 1 is equal to m. So we're saying here that y is equal to m times 1 minus a divided by py. Okay, so this is the demand function for y. Okay, by symmetry, okay, we can also say that x would be equal to m, or what, okay, even if you don't go by symmetry, okay, recall that we had that x equals this. Now say this is equation 4, right? Substitute y in the equation 4, so we say x is equal to a y py divided by 1 minus a px. Okay, we substitute this y in here, okay, and so we have the demand function for x. Okay, so x here would be equal to a m, py will cancel out now. Okay, so a m divided by px. Okay, so this will be the demand function for x, right? So as you can see, these are the Marshallian demand functions because we have y as a function of income and prices, right? And x as a function of income and prices would be m times a divided by py. Okay, and so this is the the demand function. Right, so visit my website www.mygraduatetutor.com.